everyone, it's been a fair while since I've done a video for you all, so I thought I'd do one combining a couple of questions that you've all been asking, well, a few of you have been asking about. The first is what you can do at home to improve your walking. A few of you have been a little bit concerned that your walking is not as good as it used to be and you're feeling like you're taking smaller steps or you're catching your feet when you're walking. So I've got a few different exercises that you can easily do at home to improve your gait when you're walking out and about. I've also got a couple of stretches at the end that I think would be beneficial for every single one of you to be doing at home. So starting off up against the wall for this first exercise, you can bring your hands up against the wall. This is purely for balance, and bear with me. This is purely for balance, this one here. So just bringing your hands up against the wall, and what you're going to do here is to go back into a squat. So poke your bottom right out behind you and then come right up onto your tippy toes out of the squat. So you're really going to stick your bottom a long way backwards and then come right up on the tippy toes. So this movement is strengthening through the whole back of your body. So a number of you asked me, why do we focus so much on the hips and the posterior chain, so all of the muscles along the back of your body? It's because this is such a major muscle group, and this muscle group contains all of the postural muscles that keep us upright. So we want to maintain muscle mass and strength in all of these muscles so that we can actually stay upright and not start to slump forwards when we get weaker through our postural stabilizers. So that's the exercise number one, the squat into coming up onto the toes. You do not need to go very deep. So if your knees are not like they used to be, just poke the hips back a little bit and then come right up onto the tippy toes. Now, movement number two is just a smaller version of that first exercise. So hands up against the wall or hands on the back of a chair, coming right up onto the tippy toes and then lower back down. And come right up onto the tippy toes and lower back down. So I would do about 10 repetitions, 10 to 20 repetitions of each of these exercises, whatever time allows for, up onto the tippy toes and lower back down. This next exercise is a really easy one to cheat with. So what I'm going to get you to do is do one at a time and then keep your knees aligned and bring your heel back behind you. Try not to transfer all of your load over to the other side of the body. So try and stay nice and tall and upright and bring your heel back towards your bottom. So you'll notice here that your knee wants to come forwards. Try not to let that happen. Try and keep your thighs aligned and bring your heel back up towards your bottom. Probably try and do about 20 of these in total. So 10 on each leg. Okay, moving forwards now. When you notice that you catch your feet when you're walking, you may be a little bit weaker through the muscles on the front of your body. So these next few exercises are really good ones that you can do to strengthen through the front of your body. Starting at the feet, what I'd like you to do is bring your toes up as high as you can and hold, and then lower back down. And bring your toes up as high as you can, squeeze and hold, and lower back down. Now this one you can do when you're sitting and watching TV. So you can bring your feet a little bit further away, and just when you're sitting on the couch, bring your toes right back up towards your shins and then lower all the way back down. Make sure you don't let your toes flop back down. Control the lowering. So you're strengthening your ankle dorsiflexors now. So these are the muscles that run up the front of the shins. Up and gently lower back down. Okay, let's move up the legs here. So sitting up nice and tall in your chair, and we're going to alternate the legs, straightening one leg away from you, then bring that leg back down. Straighten the knee away from you, or straighten the leg away from you, then lower back down. Alternating, we're going to go up to 20 with these ones. You should feel the tops of your legs working, your thighs working. So these are your quadricep muscles. So really focus on getting full extension, because there are some little quad muscles, the BMOs in particular, that only work towards the end of your full range of extension. So really focus on sitting upright and exhale as you straighten that leg away from you. So moving through this movement, let's go 20 in total, 10 per leg. Okay, next ones we are strengthening through our hip flexors. You can hold on to the sides of the chair with this one, or you can hold on to the armrest of the chair if you're sitting on something like that, but just simply staying upright, try not to lean backwards, and you should feel the very tops of your legs working. These are your hip flexors. We tend to atrophy or weaken through these muscles as we age, so this is a really important one to maintain strength and endurance with. So not just strength, you need to work them more than once. You need them to last for a whole big day of walking. Most of you are doing more than just walking out to get the newspaper, so you need to be staying strong through these hip flexor muscles. So we'll go for 20 stomps on the spot. and then resting there. Now, some of you have also asked for exercises that you can do in bed, because I know you're all fabulous and want to exercise very first thing in the morning, which is so great. So one you can do while lying in bed to strengthen your gait is this. Knee comes into your chest, pull it in, extend the leg away. Other leg comes into your chest, extend the leg away. Knee comes into your chest, extend the leg away. Knee comes into your chest, extend the leg away. 20 of these, pull your knee to your chest, extend the leg away. So you're really using your hip flexors and try not to let your lower back arch away from the ground. Fantastic work. Let's go into some stretches from this position here. So some of you say, oh, I don't have time to stretch at the end of my program. It is so vital to stretch to maintain the length of muscles and really keep our posture and flexibility in check. So starting off, we're going to go into a glute stretch. So what I'd like you to do here is cross one leg right over the top of the other leg. So it's a dainty little cross of the legs. Then bring the knees in towards your chest. Now, not all of you may have this level of flexibility. So if you don't, I know almost all of you can hold this position at least, and then just hold onto the top knee and bring it across a little further. But if you've got more range than that, what I'd like you to do is bring both knees into your chest. Now, right now I'm holding onto my right knee with my left hand and my left knee with my right hand. I'm pulling the knees apart, I'm flexing at the feet, and I'm feeling a stretch right now through my right bottom cheek as my right leg is on the top. Holding for 30 seconds. Then we switch the legs over. The left leg is over the top now, and now my right leg pulls my left knee over, my left hand pulls my right knee apart, and I'm feeling a stretch through my right bottom cheek now. No, that's my left bottom cheek that I'm feeling that one through. Moving into hamstring stretches, so extend one leg away from you, or you can keep that knee bent, whatever is most comfortable, and extend that leg up towards the ceiling. Now, what I'd like you to do with this one is to hold on just below the knee, or above the knee, depending on which way you're looking at it. But right now I'm holding onto my thigh, and then I'm flexing my foot as I bring my leg right up towards the ceiling. Then I point the toes and relax the leg back down. I flex the foot and I bring my leg back up towards the ceiling. So this is a bit of neural flossing that we're doing. And it's good for giving the nerves through the back of the leg a bit of a stretch. Flex, bring the leg back up towards the ceiling, and then point and lower back down. So it gets all of those muscles and nerves through the back of the leg, a nice long stretch. But same on the other side, about 30 seconds. Now, what I was talking to some of you this morning about is going into a chest stretch. So with this one, what I'd like you to do is find a pole that you can bring your arm up against. So imagine here that my arm is right up against a pole, and then I have my elbow in line with my shoulder. I'm going to take a step forwards with my inside leg and then rotate away from that arm. So I should feel a stretch through the front of my shoulder here, even as far along as my chest, my little pec muscle here. Twist and rotate, hold for 30 seconds, and then relax there. Same on the other side, but then first of all, we're going to go into a pec minor stretch. So hand up against a pole or a corner of a wall here, twist and rotate, and I feel the stretch a little bit more through the top of my shoulder and chest here. 30 seconds to twist and rotate here. Okay, finally, after 30 seconds of holding that stretch, we're going to go into 90-90. So one knee forwards, one leg backwards, tuck the tailbone just a little, and shift the body weight forwards. And this is a really good stretch through the hip flexors. So through the front of the muscles that we were working before with the marching on the spot. And the same on the other side, 90-90. Tuck the tailbone a little, shift the body weight forwards, and I feel that through the front of my thigh, holding for 30 seconds to get a really nice stretch through those hip flexors, which we tend to get really short and tight through when we're sitting down for a while. So to those bridge players and sewers out there, this is an excellent stretch to really loosen up through those muscles that get tight for you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you have any questions. That's only a very short series of stretches and exercises to do at home. I've got 1,000 more where those came from, but that's just a little snippet that will be really beneficial for you. Thank you, and have a lovely rest of your week.